Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Rashad from RashadBeast.com. Welcome back to another vlog. As you can kind of tell, if you can't really tell right now, I'm kind of stuffy. I'm still kind of sick. I just caught a cold like 2 weeks ago, so I'm feeling a little woozy. My nose, I'm talking through my nose and stuff, man. But I had to put this video up because I feel like I want to kind of get a little bit deeper with this thing we call value. I want to touch on the topic of value, and I want to touch on the topic of being valuable. You know what I mean? So I wanted to kind of just push through this cold, push through the sickness, and kind of give you some value within this video about value. So let's get right into it. So today we're gonna be talking about value, what it is, what its purpose is, how do we become valuable, etc. I want to go through these things because I feel like one of the biggest things that I learned in marketing by far was just being valuable. I learned that products aren't anything. My beats not anything. My audiobooks aren't anything. My 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 mixing and mastering services isn't anything. My every service that I have, it's nothing compared to the value that people see in me as a person. You see what I'm getting at? Value is the definition is of worth, merit, importance, the amount of importance. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that when you have something of great value, anybody will invest in that value if they see that that value is worth it. So let's touch on this a little bit more. You know, whilst marketing, you know, what I'm saying, I learned that products weren't everything. As I said before, you got to be a valuable person. You got to be able to touch on real topics. You got to be able to actually touch your audience. You got to be able to communicate with your audience as if you were talking to them front face to face. You know what I mean? Um, the biggest thing with audiences is that they're not looking to buy your products. They're looking to buy yourself. They're looking to see if you can sell yourself correctly. You know what I'm saying? They're looking to see if you have enough value for them to come out their pockets. You know what I'm saying? For them to come out, for them to pull out their wallets and be like, you know what? This has some really good value. I'm going to invest in this and see where this takes me. You know what I mean? That's what value really is. Value is what people deem worth more than their money. What people deem worth more than excuse me, what people deem worth more than their superficial things. You know what I mean? So understand that when you're creating value, you have to create an experience for all your clients, for all your customers, for all your fans, all your associates, all the people that support you. You got to create an experience for them where they're getting something in the long term, where they're learning something. You could teach them how to sell anything. You could teach them how to sell products just like this. You can teach them how to be valuable. You can teach them how to create value. You can teach them how to brand. You teach all these different things about value because that is the biggest thing when it comes to selling anything. That's the biggest thing when it comes to marketing yourself. That's the biggest thing when you're networking. Your networking is your network. So, your network is your net worth. So, when you network with other people, these people that you should naturally network with are much more valuable than yourself, or as far as the value that you see from them, so it emits a lot more, you know what I'm saying, than the value that you have. Not saying that you're not a valuable person. I believe that you're a valuable person. Everybody's valuable. But there are people who have value that you want to emit. You have the same amount of value that you want to share. You know what I'm saying? So I know like when you're networking with people who are in better spots, better positions than you. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. That's the whole thing with networking. You're going out to different places. You're talking to different people. They're giving you different ideas on how you can chase your dreams. Therefore, they're giving you value to take home and run with it. So you can apply more value to your business, to your brand, to your franchise, whatever you got going on for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what value really is. Value is something that is priceless. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it's priceless is because you could put a product up for $1,000. However, if you're confident about that product for $1,000 as a marketer, you're gonna sell it because you feel that you put $1,000 worth of value into that package, that product, whatever it is. You feel like you put a lot of time and effort into that product. You're gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to create the experience and also the demand for you to sell that value, with that package. You gotta create the audience's demand for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have a product like I got this for $1,000. People just look at you like you crazy. Like what you want me to buy this or something? You have to show courage, because one of the biggest things with high ticket selling and just selling products that you feel that you deem are worth a lot more money than the average price tag. It can be looked at as, oh, he's trying to get me for my money, he's trying to finesse me, he's trying to do all these things to me, when it's really not that case. It's just that you believe that you're worth a lot more, and as you should, you are worth a lot more than just $1,000 or $50 or $500. You're worth a lot more than that. But the thing is, with value, you have to find your core value of yourself. How much do you value yourself? And a good example of that is, I'll use my beats for an example. I charge my beats $30 for a lease, 45 for a premium lease, 350 to 500 for exclusives. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of different producers doing $10 for leases, 50 for exclusives, etc. And I'm not gonna knock none of those dudes at all. I respect their hustle. You know what I'm saying? I love their brands. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. However, if you feel like, not saying that they don't feel like that's their worth, but if they feel like that, say like if that producer who was selling the beats for $10 feel like he should sell it for more, and say like you're that producer, or you're that artist who wants to sell your songs or your beats for more, but you just don't feel confident enough. You know what I'm saying? You have to build that value. You got to figure out if that value is worth it, so you can put a price tag on it, so you can sell it as much as you want to. But you have to feel deep in yourself, how much is this really worth? And you can't be off the top with it like $1,000,000. You can say that, but at the same time, does the value really amount to $100? Does the value really amount to $1,000,000? If it doesn't, you shouldn't sell it, because that's a product that's a bad product. You know what I'm saying? That's a product that you just trying to make a quick buck off. But what I'm really trying to say is, you have to, in order to understand value, you have to understand it's bigger than your products. It's bigger than what you sell. It's bigger than what you promote. It is your brand altogether collided into one. You know what I'm saying? It's your brand. People are buying products because of you, not because of your beats, or if you're a producer, not because of your beats and your placements and the many people that you work with. They're not buying you because of that. They believe in you. They believe in you. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I do these free vlogs, because this is my way of giving back to my customers and my community, of people who support me, of my supporters. This is my way of giving back to them, of teaching them that, yeah, you can do this too. You know what I'm saying? You can sell anything online. You can sell your products. You can do this. You can understand what you really are worth in this life. You can understand what you really want to do in this life, etc., etc. This is one of the reasons why I do this, because this is one of my core values, one of my unique selling propositions. You know what I'm saying? More than just beats and services that I offer left and right. I try to give you the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? I try to give you the whole rundown of why I did this, why you're buying from me, and how you can do the same for others, for your music, for your products as a marketer, whatever. I'm giving you the whole rundown. You know what I'm saying? So understand, like, value is something that people enjoy more than their money. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, money is a tool that is completely valueless. Money has no value. And the reason why I say this is because, as a tool, you use it to purchase things. You know what I'm saying? You got food in the kitchen. You bought that food in the kitchen because the food was worth more than the money that you spent. The food has more value than the money. So think about it like this: anything that you spend on, your shirts, your pants, your clothes, your equipment, if you're a producer like me, your furniture, anything that you spend money on has a lot more value than the money that you use to spend it with. I mean, it has a lot more value than the money that you spent, because money really is just the dullest tool that you need to invest in, etc., etc., etc. You know what I mean? I'm saying, so the reason why, because you feel like the food is a lot more valuable. And I'll give you a good example. I'll use my hands. So check this out. So here's the value of the food. Here's your money. This is enough money to pay for the food. If the value is this high, and you know it to be sure that this can help you, this is your money. You're gonna lose this money and you're going to take this. You're going to take the value. You're going to take the food. You're going to take the clothes. You're going to take the furniture. You're going to take the equipment. You're going to take the you're going to take the speakers. You're going to take the laptop. You're going to take it all the time because you feel like it's worth more. That's what value is. That's what value is. Value is more than a dollar. Value is what you see, what you perceive it to be as greater than. You know what I'm saying? That's what value is. So understand, if you are a marketer, to all my fellow marketers out there, if you are a producer and you're looking to bring more value to yourselves, just always notify that value starts with yourself, not with your products, not with your beats, not with your songs. To my artists, not with your songs. It starts with you as a person. It starts with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick. I'll give you an example. I'm sick as hell right now, sniffing. I'm talking through my nose. I sound weird. I'm kind of losing focus. You know what I mean? But I'm not afraid to show my face on camera. And I'm not afraid to bring out more vlogs because I have a good standing with my vlogs. These vlogs offer value to people that support me. And people tell me this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying, right? The more value you give, the more people will connect with you. The more people will purchase your products, the more people will stand by your side, the more people be will be willing to work with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to become a valuable person. In order to become a valuable person, you gotta find your core value first. You gotta understand what is your unique selling proposition. What do you offer more than your beats? You know what I'm saying? What do you offer more than your songs? What do you offer more than your marketing skills? What do you offer more than your courses? You gotta offer more. The more you offer, the more value you have towards your name. The more value you have towards your name equals more value that you have towards your brand. So your brand is a staple. Your brand is now a staple for people to come to and people to associate themselves with you and your brand. And they can hit you up for anything, any service that you provide. They'll buy it because they see that people are enjoying your products and they see that you have real value to offer instead of just some random producer selling beats or some marketer selling courses without without anybody giving out social proof. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in this vlog. My voice is weird as hell. You know what I mean? But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. If you have any questions, hit me up on the email. I will always answer your questions as soon as I get back to you. I will try to get back to you ASAP. Um, Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, etc. You know what I'm saying? Go to the links in below if you want to connect with me. I got you. And that's pretty much it, man. Remember, be a valuable person. Always remember, start with yourself as a person before you start with yourself as a salesman or marketer. It starts all with yourself. So remember, the value that you're giving to people is coming from your direct core of a person. That's why is always value is always right. And that's all I gotta say. Rashad Beats out. Peace.